Tell your story about how you got involved, man, and what it did for you, dude.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys all for coming out here. I know time is valuable, and I respect that for every one of you guys. If it's not for you, know our feelings. If it is, then great. You guys, business is 80% education, 20% business. You guys are going to learn a lot through it. But anyways, my name is Bryce. I went to Sdsu University, pre-med major. Absolutely no history in marketing at all. Decided to get this out. Called it a pyramid scheme, called it a scam. Actually didn't want any part of the business. You can't find that common amongst a lot of people. Actually, my buddy Taylor Follow in the back introduced this to me. Decided to go listen to this guy, Brad Alcazan, and that would completely change my life, you guys. 26 years old, makes over $2 million a year. Anyone that's 26 making $50,000 a week, you're going to at least listen to what the guy has to say. So I walked up to his house, we went up to his house in Carlsbad, just a little bit north here. 3 BMWs parked outside, so obviously pretty excited. Walk inside and met like 100 plus people, dude. My belief level went absolutely through the roof. What really sold me on this entire thing was hearing the story behind it and how these kids at Sdsu turned this into over 4,000 people. Obviously, I wanted to be that guy at San Diego State University. Most of my friends, like we said, with all due respect, we don't mean to disrespect anybody, working for $8 an hour, $10 an hour, 15 if they're lucky. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to learn from people that were already successful, because if you do what people do and you say what people say, you're going to get what people have. So it makes sense to take advice from someone that's already done it. I asked my parents about it. They were like, oh my God, get into this. My parents are millionaires. My uncle's a millionaire. Really excited for me to get involved in this entire thing. So what does a normal person do? They get really excited to go talk to all their friends about it. And I had no idea what I was talking about. So I went up to my friends and told them about it. And they're like, oh, dude, you shouldn't get involved in one of those. You shouldn't do that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, well, my parents want me to get involved. And my friends are like saying, no, this is a good idea to get into. What I had to realize was, most of my friends are working for $8 an hour, $10 an hour. They have no idea how to make money. I mean, you wouldn't take golf lessons from someone that can't even hit the ball off the tee. I wanted to take advice from someone that's already done it. And through the process of that, you guys, we've created so many success stories throughout this entire thing and changed so many people's lives that this thing is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you take anything from what we're doing, take that it's working. It's not a question of whether or not it works. It's a question of whether or not you want to be a part of it. And this is just the beginning of something big. Why? There's 30,000 kids that go to this school. There's 70,000 at ASU. What do you think is going to happen when this thing hits every single school in the nation? 4,200 colleges on an average of 12,000 students. There's 50.4 million college students in America, and this has never happened before in the history of ever. When was the last time you heard college students driving company paid cars, making thousands of dollars a week? And that's what you guys got to start thinking about, is like, this thing is going to really change people's lives, dude. 53.6% unemployment rate for people at 25. You can cut the class of San Diego State in half, the graduating class, and say half of you guys are getting jobs, half of you guys aren't. With all due respect to my friends, most of my friends moved back in with their parents, working as busboys, cashiers, and bartenders. And it's just the reality of things that we need to do something different. So to get something that you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done. And this is just the vehicle behind what we're doing it. And I think the cool part about this is the support system. The support system, not only from myself to Kish to Taylor to Patrick Comer, who drove 3 hours down this way to help us out at this event, because we want to make this school one of the biggest things, like the verve capital of the fucking United States. And for us to envision what we're going on here, dude, there's going to be 20 to 30 company-paid cars, driving around this place by next year. You got to ask yourself, how big of a piece of the pie do you want? So anyways, you guys, my name's Bryce. Honestly, nothing special about me. Got involved about 10 months ago. Got about 18 of my friends on board. If you guys think about it, it's not even 2 months. You guys can easily do the same. Spend time with my newest guys. Taught them exactly the system. 6 quit. You guys, people quit on sports, people quit on school, people quit on life. You guys have heard of other people maybe that didn't make it. Well, 12 people has turned into a little bit over 3,000. I have now 37 guys driving company-paid BMWs all over the United States. And this thing's only going to get bigger. Why? Because we're open in 60 countries. In business, in life, timing is everything. Timing is key. Right place, right time, right people. Why? Avon, Amway, Herbalife, you guys, multi-billion-dollar companies with a B, not an M, a B, multi-billion. This thing pays over 50% out to people like us. Okay, if our company did $1 billion, it'd pay over $500 million to people like me and you. That's a big chunk of change. And you guys have to ask yourselves and really understand the concept of this. This has never happened before within the younger demographic. And you got to understand also, people made millions of dollars in these things in the 70s, 80s, and 90s through Herbalife, Amway, Avon, Mary Kay, whatever, without Facebook, without cell phones. So what do you think is going to happen when the most socially connected demographic that ever walked the face of the earth gets a hold of this thing? It's going to go through the roof, and that's what we're seeing more apparent. So don't get really excited about who you know through Facebook, through your cell phones. Get excited about who they know. If you guys ever heard of 6 degrees of separation, you can find anyone in the world through 6 people. And that's why we know this thing's going to get so big. You guys look at network marketing as a whole logically, $156 billion annually worldwide. 53 billion last year just in the United States alone. If you compare that with the MLB, the NFL, the NHL, the NBA combined with the music and film industry, that doesn't even equal 1/3 of what network marketing does worldwide. This is the highest paid profession in the United States as a professional athlete. Most of us aren't the next, Justin Bieber's, Mariah Carey's. I'm not 6'9", I can't dunk a basketball. Nothing special about me. So where does the average person go to make that type of money? Obviously it takes time and effort, but it's like right here, man. It's in your lap. And this is just the beginning of something big. And I really appreciate you guys for coming out. But real quick, to close it up, I want, Luke here to touch on any gray areas that we might have missed. Like I said, you guys get our numbers, share everything that we have with you guys, and we'll get going with this entire thing. Just envision what's happening, dude. We're about to turn this thing into like 1,000 kids at Sdsu.
How many people did you personally relate to? Or
18.
Involved? And then how many turned into?
18 turned into over 3,000.
Okay. $5,000 a week in 10 months. So, I mean, he pretty much covered anything. It's pretty cut and dry. Either you're in, you make money, you're not going to watch it. God's honest truth, this will happen with or without anybody. Alright, me and Bryce aren't going to be at the same school and it's not just going to get taken over. Alright, it's going to happen through all of you guys. We're excited to get you guys in cars, help you guys do the same exact thing that we are doing. Alright, so right place, right time, right opportunity. It's staring you in the face, so now you just got to grab it by the balls and fucking do it, dude. We can say, here, look, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you'll get this result. Now you just got to take the incentive, take the initiative yourself to do it. You can read every book we read. You can listen to every audio CD we listen to, dude. Figure it out for yourself, because it's great if it makes perfect fucking sense to us. Do you have your own thought? Go on your own computer, make your own damn decision, and once it makes sense to you and you believe in it for yourself, that's when you'll go and do it. Because, like you said, dude, statistics. Dude, nobody was 5, 10 years old like, yeah, I want to grow up, I want to make 60 grand a year and work for someone for the rest of my life. Nobody, dude. Yet that's what everybody does. That's what everybody, why? You could ask 20 people why they're in a job. 19 out of 20 say, I don't know. It's just what everyone else is doing. The problem is we're fitting in with the wrong percentage of people. This information that he's talking about, 80% is the information, 20% put into business. This information is the information that the 3% of the people that own 97% of the money have, dude. And what are we going to do after this is done? Not done. After we're done building this shit and it grows forever and we just collect, we're going to fucking find the next big thing. We're going to apply the same information with the same damn result. And we think this is going to be one of the biggest there's ever fucking been, dude. I was talking to a guy earlier, I got to tell you about it. Took your dad. Took fucking multiple companies to like hundreds of millions of dollars. Right? And what we're doing, I don't even remember where I was going with that. But yeah, what we're doing, we're on the front end of something big. You gotta understand it. And that's about it. Whether or not it's for you, you gotta figure it out. If it is, hit us up, we'll help you and make it happen. That's it.